Guy code is a set of rules and regulations embedded into a code of conduct by which a man should live his life.
Guy code is an unspoken word that is spoken with eyes.
Rules like reciprocating a round of drinks among your friends at the bar, or hidden tips like never wearing jeans at a strip club. Guy we no sabi observe the code, that one na guy. On this episode of Guy Code, we reveal the secret code to male bonding, male initiation into manliness, and the importance of a man cave.
Like for me and my friends, male bonding is like us connecting over music.
What is a soulmate? Is it a fact of existence or just a myth? Is there one for everyone? I mean, how do you identify your soulmate when you finally meet them?
It's just they might meet a certain criteria that you already have penned down, but does that really mean they're your soulmate?
Growing older. Should we be sober or happy on our birthdays? What are the basic responsibilities that come with getting older? Why is it so hard to embrace? But first, let's check the codes for male bonding. How essential is it? I mean, is it an initiation into manhood or what?
Male bonding is when you have a male friend you can rely on, not the type that gossips though.
Male bonding is two guys syncing, two guys connecting.
What are you talking about, bro?
Like for me and my friends, male bonding is like us connecting over music.
Okay. That's alright.
Or the process of a man and another man just enjoying guy time.
And had same interests.
How they spend time together, how they unwind and dwine with themselves. Just like a girls' night out.
It's like me and my guys going to chill and have a talk over drinks and some slight food.
The agreement of two men or more for friendship, for partnership.
The bonding is literally just having people to have your back, and you guys just kick back.
Yeah, why you lit now?
Guess what?
What?
Amina just told me we're having a baby.
Word?
Give me some love.
I'm not mad at you anymore, bro.
Thank you, sir.
But lunch on you right.
Lunch, drinks, everything. I got you.
How essential is male bonding? Always good if you can get somebody that can connect and understand you because you are alike.
When people promise they won't tell anyone a secret, their best friend usually doesn't count as anyone.
How do women feel about bromance? I mean, we don't have a problem with it, except it is the man that we are in a relationship with and all he does is have bromance with his friends. And then he doesn't remember to call. You know, his phone is switched off. He gets home f***ed up. His friends are like bad influences because they're always around women. And then we begin to feel a certain type of way.
Women get jealous about everything in life. So they get jealous about male bonding as well.
For example, if I'm a married woman, I don't want my husband to be male bonding with guys that are still bachelors. Like, what is he supposed to pick from that?
Even when we 90, boys will be flexing for life. Baby boy for life.
No, I don't want that. Secondly, I don't want too much male bonding. I mean, if you're always going to be with your guys every time, because I still have gone to marry your guys.
I am the one.
And thirdly, if you're going to do male bonding, can you just be checking up on me?
How do men usually settle the issues with each other? Some people will say, we'll rack it out. And then when we rack it out, we go have a beer.
Nobody ever wants to get down to blows, but sometimes it's needed. You know, 1 or 2 slaps, reset your brains.
How men settle beef with each other? No vex, man. I swear, man. This thing, if they do this thing, don't worry, they're forgiven.
The difference between male and female bonding. Girls in general, you guys bond over like going to the spa. It's more like beauty related.
You just probably call your guy, like, guy, okay, listen, I have this gist for you. Let's catch up and discuss over drinks or maybe business. But with women, you know, like there's a lot of gossip involved. Oh, so how's Tunde? And so how's that Femi guy?
I think that with women, sometimes it's a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's more on an emotional level. You know, in the sense that we can tell each other everything, have shoulders to cry on. It's a lot deeper secrets.
You can have a girl say, my best friend for 8 years. And one small thing destroys 8 years. Why you can have a guy say, oh, that's my guy. We might not even see we've been friends for 15 years. We might not see all the time, but when we see, that's it. We talk about the 15 years we've not seen.
Even when it's emotional, it's always still on the surface level. There's teasing involved because you have to be a man, which is why it's harder when girls fight, because I've told you my whole soul, you know, and now we have a problem.
What do you guys usually talk about when you're bonding? They talk about women, they talk about business, they talk about cars, they talk about whatever they like, whatever is their favorite, whatever they share in common, They discuss.
What do men talk about when bonding? That's a secret. I can't tell you that. So how many guys would be so angry at me? Do you want to have to break the TV?
When men are having drinks together, they talk about who they've with, how it was, and then who's a wife material and who's not.
You know, we live in a world where it's easier to get good internet connection than a good human connection. But really, is there a soulmate for everyone out there?
Soulmate, by definition, is that one person that you think that is predestined for you.
They can fight 100 billion times, but they still come back together.
If someone steals your partner, they probably did you a favor. How do you know for sure that you are your soulmate's soulmate?
How do you identify a soulmate? I don't think there's really a way you identify a soulmate.
When you feel very comfortable around the person, when you feel free to talk to the person, when you can confide in person.
I think when you see that sign, that person could be your soulmate, or that person has used calabash.
Jay!
And they're calling you from the village. So.
Stop that nonsense. I'll say so. Leave him alone. Kalishika sucking his blood.
Most times, from the first meeting, you know, man, this person is special to me. This person gives me a kind of vibe that I don't get on a daily basis.
I think that the chances of finding your soulmate online are very slim. I mean, you can, it's a possibility. But if you put the ratio, bro, it's like pictures are pictures. You know what I'm saying? Everybody puts up their best foot forward. And I'm not going to put a picture of myself looking crazy online.
But you can find your soulmate on Facebook. I don't know about Twitter, but Facebook.
Could my soulmate be in my DM right now? Hold on, where's my phone? Let me check my DM real quick. All those DMs I haven't responded to.
That might be your actual soulmate, so go for it. I mean, if the vibe is right, shoot your shot.
Why can't you find a soulmate online? I mean, if he slides into your DM, and then guys exchange numbers, and before you know it, you guys hook up, and it's working out. What is wrong with that?
You know you're no longer a kid when you see a dessert and think, that's too sweet. How do I maintain being happy despite getting older?
That's something I'm actually looking forward to. I'm not as wise as I am. I was not as wise as I am now a few years ago. So the more I grow old, the more I grow wiser.
That's alright. That's alright.
What does it mean to be getting older? It means that you are aging physically, and also mentally you're aging, emotionally you're aging, because it just shows that you have experienced life.
When you can make decisions on your own, it solely means you are getting older.
Did you ever wonder why you stopped getting money and birthday cards right around the same age you needed extra cash the most?
Age equal maturity. Nope, age does not equal maturity, because you see a lot of 30-year-olds behaving like 22 years old, and you see a lot of 22-years-olds behaving like 30 years old.
So in a perfect world, age should equal maturity, but there could be a 20-year-old who's more mature, more respectful, more talented than a 40-year-old who's making a clown of himself.
Nigga, you told me not to shave my armpit for 4 months. Nigga, this is the 5th month.
Do women always lie about their real age? Is it harder to find love after 30?
Nope, it's never hard to find love. You can always find love anywhere, any way, anyhow, at any time.
People find love in the club, in strip clubs, in church, walking down the road, supermarkets. You can't put a timeline on love.
Oshomole married by what age now? Find money. Even if you don't find love, find money. Love will come.
I think it's actually easier to find love after 30. Even though that does not mean that you people should come after 30. Okay.
Let's look at classic examples. Hugh Hefner, Richard Branson. I think they found love, in like their 40s. So I guess in your 30s you can find love.
Changes that come with getting older are you get more mature, you get wiser, you are a bit more quiet.
You get more bills. You get more responsibilities.
The older you get, the more your bills increase. Physically, you mature, you age.
The older you get, the more responsibilities, which you can't run away from, because that's what makes you a better person when you eventually get married, you start your family, you start having kids. Now you're not feeding one spoon, you're feeding as much as you want to have.
What does society expect from older folks? Do people get anxious naturally?
They expect them to be role models to the younger people, give amazing advice, never make any mistakes, wear agbadas and whatever your traditional outfit is, and talk in the deep voice and command people to wash your car.
We want to emulate the kind of lifestyle they live so we can be better people. So to the society, they are examples. Like, okay, I want to be like XYZ.
Any guy that loves watching Super Story in this century, marry him. Is a husband material, still an old person.
How do we survive December in Niger? How do we deal with the rush, the fun, the bills? What's the cheat code for surviving December?
I know we don't have snow, but we know I see it.
Is there really a code to survive in Niger? The only code I think you must engage yourself in is just be hardworking.
Hustle, man. What the code in survival in Nigeria is just to hustle, man. You have to hustle hard and hustle smart at the same time. So it's about hustling hard, real hard, and hustling smart.
You have to be strong. You have to be ready to face your fears. That's the code.
Number 1, money. Necessary. Very necessary so that people don't put you down. 2, you gotta be smart.
Soji,
You have to be smart. You have to think fast because you're surrounded by people whose IQs are way up there. Nigerians are one of the most brilliant people in the world.
And there's one code I use: work like prayer doesn't work, and pray like there's no work. You know?
Be hardworking and also be smart at it.
Is that code applicable to December? Yes. For me, December is the time to unwind and just chill. I can literally turn down every job I have in December.
The code applies the most in December because that's the easiest time to be happy. There's parties everywhere, there are events, shows. Everybody is in that bubbly, vibey spirit. So December is the best time to utilize the code even.
Guy code rule number 1. Never let things go according to plan because you don't have a plan. Always plan.
How do you get the best deals, especially in December, so you don't get broke? You need to make those calls. You know, find out which of your friends are working on what project. Nigeria is very small. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody.
By October, early November, you should have gotten everything you need that you think or you already know might cost so much. Get it down. And anything you're doing in December is just going to be as the spirit leads.
I don't think there's really anything anyone can do. I mean, we'll be surviving all this while, and I'm sure we'll still survive even this December. So,
how about that? Just go back, who spend without looking back? They had a plan. I mean, if you live abroad in any of these countries that have a structure, they plan, they save.
Did they really spend? I mean, I think they just, because trust me, the legit ones, they work hard for their money, because they don't ball the way we ball in this country.
To him, it might be nothing over there because he's saved for it. That's not in his pocket. That's not all his savings. Should we switch up the way we spend in December? December is very tricky. So if you're a smart person that has noticed this thing over time, if you have aged and you've grown to understand these things, you will know that you have to reserve for January because January is the desert. There is no water, there is no well. Anything you see is just a mirage.
I'm hungry because see your children, they never chop now.
There is economic reception. I'm searching, I'm making endeavor. I'm trying to make...
Oh, you shut up your mouth, Jare. I'm hungry.
And if you save more before December, you can spend more in December.
I think that you should be wise at the same time because December is going to pass and then January will pass as well and you're going to be broke as f***.
Some people save up to flex in December, you know, and it's good because when you flex, I make more money.
Life is all about the money. You have a lot of people coming in from abroad and then you feel the pressure to keep up. What you need to do is if you want to have that lifestyle, try and save a bit more. Don't spend so much money in September and October. You know, in fact, starve in November, have enough money in December, but a real wise person will keep money for January.
Okay, I'm definitely applying these codes this December in Niger.
Will I trust a girl I met in December? That is a very deep question. Yes, I will, but I don't trust myself. So it's not about the girl, it's about me.
I'm all about vibes, to be fair and to be honest. I know people who met in church.
I don't think there's a difference between meeting a girl in December and meeting a girl any time of the month. I think we put too much of a hype around December, so I think it'll be the same thing.
If it's December, January, you never could tell. That could just be the love of your life. That could be that person that will spark up that, you know, that happiness in you.
And now it's time for the Gulder Nuggets of Wisdom, which is the ultimate gentleman's code to succeeding and winning at life.
Quality always beats quantity, every time. So remember this when dealing with people. Gentleman's code.
Join us next week to continue your journey to manly greatness.
that new person that just makes your heart beat. When your phone rings and you see him, you're like, oh my God.
Some of you go to church, night vigil, you will miss. Inside the night vigil, your parents will be calling your name. You will miss. Why?
I don't think it's in your best interest to do PDA in front of your girl's dad and you've not put a ring on it.
See you next time for more lessons on Guy Code, Ninja style.